The school shooting at Brown University. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Yomi. My name is Yomi and I'm a dual degree student at Brown University in Rhode Island School of Design. And around 24 hours ago, there was a school shooting at Brown University. So I just am here to kind of talk about it and talk about my feelings. So thankfully, I'm not on Brown University campus right now. Some of you have reached out to me asking me if I'm safe. I'm completely safe. I'm studying abroad in Paris right now. So thankfully I was not on campus, but I am still very hurt by the actions that took place on campus. And I also feel traumatized despite not actually being there. So around 24 hours ago, a gunman walked into a classroom, is what I've been told, and shot around 11 people. And some people passed away, at least 2 people died. I don't know who was injured. I don't know who died. I'm just so fearful right now because I don't know if people that I love and care about are still alive. And it's just a really, really sad situation because I'm studying here in Europe right now, and almost every single time I meet a European, or 1 in 3 times when I meet a European, they'll say, "Oh, the US is so dangerous. I'm scared to go there. There are school shootings." And I'll say, yeah, like there's a lot of gun violence when you look at the statistics, but I don't know anyone who's been shot by a gun. Most of my friends don't know anyone who's been shot by a gun. A lot of my friends don't know anyone who's been shot by a gun or who's experienced gun violence. Like, I don't know anyone who's been in a school shooting, but now I can't say that because my school campus was shot up in a building that I go into almost every day. And my university campus is like a safe haven for a lot of us on the campus. It just feels so safe. Like when I got a notification that there was a shooting on the campus, like we got a notification that there was a shooting around a campus building. And I said, okay, that's strange. But I'm like, okay, I'm sure it was just 2 local people fighting and got in a gun altercation, something like that. So I call my friend, I tell him that like there was gun violence around the area, so just stay inside. And he's like, was it like a school shooting? And I said, I don't think so. Like, how would that even be possible? Like Brown University, like our safe campus, like why would anyone want to shoot up our campus? And then more information comes out that like 20 victims, like there are 20 victims, like the officers were saying something like that. And 20 victims, like that's a mass shooting. That's not just 2 people getting into an altercation. So everyone was scared and posting stuff on their stories, and posting stuff on like their Instagram notes saying, "I'm safe," or saying, "Everybody stay inside. There's an active shooter on campus." And a lot of people are replying to my story, and I'm replying to people's stories, trying to make sure my friends are okay. I'm texting my friend, he's not replying. I'm like, is he okay? Is he still alive? And it's just a very traumatic thing to go through because even though I wasn't on campus, I'm traumatized because I know I couldn't be there for my community. I know that a lot of my friends are hurting. They're on campus right now. And any of them could have passed away, and I don't know. And I still don't know which of my friends were engaged in like this incident. And I just know that I'll never be able to feel safe on campus again. And no one on this campus will ever be able to feel safe on campus again, who experienced the shooting or who went to the university at the time of the shooting. Because for me, I have a semester left, and I'm thinking, I don't feel safe enough to go back to my campus in a few weeks. Like, I'm supposed to be moving into my campus in a few weeks, and I don't feel like going back to campus. I was excited to go back. Now I'm not excited. Like, I can never imagine eating in the cafeteria again, going into that building that I go into almost every single day. Like, this is a small campus. Like, this is not a random building. Like, a lot of people go into that building. Brown University has around 7,000 undergrad students. Like, we all know each other. This isn't like a huge campus with tens of thousands of students. This is something that hits very close to home. And the likelihood that I know some of the students who were shot it's very likely that some of these students are my friends. So I am condemning this violence that happened on our campus. And it's very shameful that things like this happen in the US. And yes, this is a school shooting, and there will be more. because the United States does nothing to stop this violence. We see a school shooting, we say, give thoughts and prayers, and then we move on to the next one. And I feel like it just is so horrible that we do nothing about this. We don't change legislation. When New Zealand had a bad shooting, they changed legislation very quickly. Us, we don't do anything. We're just like, give thoughts and prayers until the next one. And then we're sad again for a few days, give thoughts and prayers, and we do nothing. We don't change anything. So right now I'm condemning the U.S. government for not doing anything for these school shootings, and I'm also condemning the university for not putting in proper security procedures in place. I remember my freshman year, I was walking around campus and I said, I don't feel comfortable that a lot of strangers can just walk around our campus. Like, our campus is an open campus. Anyone can just walk around campus. Like, there's no security or gates. And I said, I don't feel comfortable about that. And my friend said, why? Like, people can just visit. And I said, yeah, but that's not safe. Just like no one can just open up your dorm. Why can people just walk into random like buildings where students are learning, or even like areas where students go to hang out and chill? Like, you can just walk into and you don't need an ID. And that's so dangerous. Like, the building that was shot up, there's literally no security measures. There's no security guards in the front doors. You don't have to use a key. You can literally just walk in. And the thing is, people have been commenting saying, "Oh, our campus is a no gun zone, a gun free zone." That means nothing. Saying, "Oh, you can't use a gun on this campus." Well, there's no security protecting you, like preventing you from using a gun, which is why one of the reasons why this happened. And we don't want to play the blame game, but we should play the blame game, because students have died and students are injured and students are traumatized for the rest of their life for many reasons, and the U.S. government is to blame. People being so attached to their guns is a huge issue, and people not advocating for the lives of young people is a huge issue, and the university not having proper security procedures is crazy. Like, I just told my friend that I met a few minutes ago, I said, yeah, there was a shooting on my campus yesterday, so I'm just really going through it. And I told her, like, someone just went up and shot up a building, and she said, they can just walk into a building with no, like, there's no ID card or anything? And I said, no, there isn't, which is horrible. Well, in my university that I go to in Paris, as soon as you enter the building, you need to open your bag, you need to show what's in your bag, you need to show your ID. You can't just walk into the building. Like, there are security measures put in place. And in a place where gun laws are so lax in the United States, just like you can't just walk into a high school without, like, ID or without, you can't walk past the security if you don't go there. I don't think you should just be able to walk onto a college campus without security. It's ridiculous. And as a community, we're grieving right now. When I graduate, I'm not going to be able to think about how happy I am at graduation. I'm going to think about how so many people were shot up yesterday, and it's horrible. And please, while I said people keep on giving thoughts and prayers during school shootings, yes, please continue to give thoughts and prayers, but also please try and advocate for legislation where things like this don't happen. Because this is a very traumatic thing to happen, and it should never happen. It shouldn't even happen one time. And it's crazy. It's literally crazy. And 2 people at my university, this is their second school shooting that they've been in. Their second school shooting. One of which the girls was already shot in the other school shooting. It's crazy. So just please pray for the victims' families. Please pray for everyone at my university, because we're going through a lot right now. And thankfully my university has canceled exams and final papers, or exams, like, for now. Because I have courses to do in Paris, and I'm like, I don't even know how I can study for an exam, because every single time I wake up from a nap, because I took like 4 naps today because I was just going through it, I'm just like, wait, there's a shooting on campus yesterday and people died. Like, that makes no sense. Like, I've been in this building so many times. How was there a shooting? Why would anybody do that? And it's just insane. So please don't just think, oh, this is a regular occurrence. Like, this should not be a regular occurrence. And you'll say, wow, this is so sad that he's talking about this. But this could happen to you. This could happen to you today. This could happen to you tomorrow. And I remember every single time a school shooting happened, I say, wow, they never thought that a school shooting would ever happen to them. And now it's something that's happened to my community. And it's on my campus. And things will never be the same again. They literally will never be the same again. And, you know, I've been so anxious these last 24 hours, just not knowing who of my friends are okay. And if my friends are going to be okay. And even the people who aren't my friends, like, that's so traumatic. You get into one of the best universities in the world and you get shot at the university. That's crazy. That's insane. That's ridiculous. And that's unacceptable. It's really unacceptable what happened. But with that being said, I'm going to end this video. I said what I've wanted to say. And we need to advocate for change in this country. This is really unacceptable. Things like this should not be happening. And they keep on happening. And also, please, just pray for our community and advocate for legislation. And also, please, you know, pray for me as well, because this is a really tough time. So that's it. All I have to say.